Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And the ball is knocked out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Elliott. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, look at 56.
He'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got his man on the out route. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns are back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On play action, they'll throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here, time ticking away. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
So we've hit half. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. To return, it's Peppers. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So many times tight games decided by one big play. You know, a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. To return, it's Peppers. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Lucky 56.
They go to Elliott again. Spins past him. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big run that time by Elliott. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
On 1st down, they go with Dixon. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now Elliott. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now back to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Julian Edelman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
To return, it's Peppers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round.
A handoff to Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Back now in Arlington. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss. Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They're going to look to throw. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big run that time by Elliott. 54 yards on the ground. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. T.J. Green with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down. pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And here's Lewis. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Watch him now, Barney.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Cowboys, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
you